Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode. I'm your host, REALtedTOKEZ, and we got another World of Tanks. I want to apologize, I haven't been uploading videos lately. I've been spending the time, I've been pretty much streaming every day, almost every day, so I haven't had a lot of time. I've been spending a lot of that time. I was doing that stuff, streaming instead of doing that kind of stuff. So the editing is a little behind. But it's okay, because I'm still getting done with the jobs I gotta get done. The only thing I've really slacked off on is my own personal endeavors. But besides that, we're gonna make sure that we're still uploading 3 times a week for regular videos. And we're still gonna be streaming, probably just as much, maybe a little less. I might do like 2 days off or something. Might only stream half the week and then upload the other half, but we'll figure it out in time. Now let's get into it, because I've been wanting to start explaining more about the actual gameplay and the strat of the game, rather than just tell you guys some basic information how you watch the game and stuff that I could have told you otherwise. Besides, I was telling you what I was telling you during all these episodes. As you can see, if you look at this map down in the bottom right, okay, now we're cooked. Right there, we just got cooked. And now, take a look at this map. You can see it's a solid, like, 6v nothing in the southeast. They had enough to take. Eventually, they'll get rid of them and rotate the back end of these tanks. However, all the time they wasted getting to that E line just now, that's a lot of time that costed the team their lives. And maybe even more so than these players who wanted to hide in A4, right? Like that platoon and the other player, a couple other players, how many ever it was over there in A4. They basically sacrificed all them players in C1 to get them their points, and it cost them their lives, right? The players that hit A4, they're still alive, most of them. Pretty understandable though, they were never really attended to by the enemies. Those teammates of ours always had teammates of ours attending to the enemies, making them have to attend to them. That if they weren't forced to deal with the front line, then they could be shooting back and forth with Overwatch, which is why you see it some games, because you don't actually have the front line. Now, here's the next match, and I want you guys to see, alright, because I wasn't really playing this time. I was just looking to follow this one player right here in front of me. I saw he had stripes on his barrel, and I wanted to see what kind of striped player that was. Did that guy earn his shoulder pads, or did that guy have an outfit given to him by somebody else? Right? Did somebody fluff up his shoulders with a little bit of padding, or did that guy earn some padded shoulders? Right? Well, now, I saw that player was kind of playing by himself, so I decided to actually participate a little bit and not just sit there and watch that player like I do sometimes when I see allegedly good players on my team. Now, here we are, we're going to try to assist him. Going to get some back and forth between this enemy. Now, the longer we waste here, and I didn't think of this when I was playing it, I was just thinking of playing this corner with this guy. But as the match went on, I realized to myself, me and that one player sitting there in that corner basically gave the enemies a free win just as much as the 13 others sitting around not even going after the enemies gave them a free win. Why? I'll explain it. You see this right side flank that I'm making now? Well, that should have happened a long time ago, okay? We could have held that corner. That player could have held that corner by himself. I could have held that corner by himself. This player down here, waiting to shoot at tanks that should be being pressured, not only by that tank that I now pulled up the side, but by the tanks all along that E line. The C and D line. Alright, all those players are players that should have been progressing the enemy. Now you see how easy the push is, right? Granted, there was some tanks looking at that position of that teammate that I just passed, but we have to bridge this gap, or else all those 4 or 5 enemies sitting up on that hill are going to get to keep shooting at that guy that we were originally helping up here. Now he's getting pushed. We have to return to this area to help this guy, or else that 2v1 is not going to go as well in that teammate's favor as we would like, even if that player is a 2-stroke player. Now, as you can see, we're getting kind of tore up. We're a little exposed. We approach the corner and we expose ourselves a little bit more on the corner, like not playing as tucked behind the corner, you know, like head glitching as they say. We just want our eyeballs to peek up, you know. Our forehead is enough to shoot at. They don't need our whole body to shoot at, right? So, if you don't know what head glitching, that's what that is. You pretty much, you know, you're just peeking your head up over a hill, and that's all they can see is just the top of your turn. Or like whatever the game you're playing. You might not have a turn in the game you're playing that you could head glitch in, but that's what they call. That's all that is. It's just making sure that you're only peeking the necessary amount to get the opportunity that you're trying to get. Now, excuse me. Now again, like I said, this match was lost a long time ago. Sorry, I'm gonna edit this out. But can't fucking breathe. Alright. As you can see, I didn't do that good that match, right? We saw how little I was actually doing, but I managed 4th place with that one. Okay? So that tells you how little the team was actually doing. Not just me, but the team. Alright, we got our next match. I sit there for a moment, and I'm probably because looking at the last match, I wasn't in the mood to actually be playing the game that day. But I still had to get on to get some sort of content so that I can make these videos down the road. Mostly because I don't like pulling them off of the stream anymore, now that I'm streaming on YouTube as well. I'm not just screen sharing, so I can't record while I'm doing that unless I go and download the stream and then do it. But then when I do that, I have the voiceover on there, on the recording, and I'm not really a fan of that. I like the commentary to be commentary, not you know, previously commented comments. I definitely do use them still, though. It's just sometimes they get a little out of hand. But I actually like. The reason why I kind of don't like using them is because sometimes I talk too much, right? If I need the space where I can't have me talking on the gameplay, it's hard for me to go around and not that good. Also, it doesn't always record the other people's comments, so the conversations seem kind of one-sided a lot of the time. Now, granted, it's like that half the time to begin with, because I don't really want to have a conversation with these people, so I sit here and troll. It'll be a one-sided conversation. I'm not looking to sit here and go back and forth with you. I just reply if you got something to say, right? But at the same time, you know, I do give that awareness because, one, I'm going to reply, and two, the very few that could teach me something and not just be trying to belittle me or ridicule me or shame me or whatever, you know, those people may actually teach me something instead of, you know, trying to make a joke of it, like the whole thing's not already a joke. The moment aspect, like some things required, right? Like, for example, for you to get points in this game, you have to do things to get those points. No points are actually free. Not one point is actually free. I just call certain points free because essentially, comparatively, they are free. However, when you look at it, even if you had somebody scouting for you, distracting the enemy in a 1v1, and you're getting to shoot at that enemy with no Overwatch, with no Overwatch shooting at you, that enemy's not shooting at you, you know, that's a free point. I can't personally sit here and act like you earned a damaged shot there. You may walk out of that game, you may walk out of that encounter, that situation with 2,000 damage, half a kill's worth, you know, but I can't say that you killed half of that tank. That player that distracted that enemy tank in a 1v1 while you overwatched, that's who destroyed that enemy, not the Overwatch who got 3 points. It was the player that actually played the game, creating the opportunity of a game for others to even play, right? Otherwise, they'd be stuck back there still trying that Overwatch crap and probably getting nowhere because there's nobody out there to distract the enemies and give them the points easierly got that they need for them to even be getting points. That's it for this one, folks. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed my commentary. I'm gonna go make another one. We're gonna get some videos out. I know I've been slacking on that, but we're gonna do gooder on that. We're gonna take care. We're gonna start to get. We're gonna start doing pretty much gooder on the uploads. Get back at it. Join our streams if you want.